Welcome race fans here to Gateway Motorsports Park for the first race of the NASCAR XFINITY Series playoffs. We are live here getting ready to go racing for 27 laps at Gateway. I'm Rick Burton here in the broadcast booth, here to give you live coverage of tonight's Gateway 250 Chase race number 1 for 2016. On the front row, the number 88 of Sam Hornish Jr. earned his first pole of 2016, out-qualifying the 19 of Daniel Suarez, the highest chase driver on the grid. Row 2, the number 11, Suarez, his teammate Eric Jones, alongside the 60 of Chris Buescher, running out your top 4. And then running out your top 5, the only cut driver in the show, Paul Menard, driving the 33. He'll start in 5th place. He had 40 drivers lined up on the grid, all hoping to take home the checker flag at the end of the night. But only 12 drivers in this race have a shot at the championship. To know who is the chase driver, on the spoiler and on the windshield and on the splitter, you will find some red on each car. Let's look on Eric Jones's car for an example. See, he has the orange or the red windshield banner. We have the red splitter and the red spoiler. That will indicate who is a chase driver. And Daniel Suarez, the only driver of the 12 chasers who are automatically in round 2, because he was the point leader after the last race of the regular season. So that is how he is in round 2. And Sam Hornish Jr. is on the pole, and he'll be leader when we go back racing here from Gateway in just a short matter of moments. Let's take it down trackside for the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
And that will lead the pace car onto the track, leading the 40 cars behind him. Sam Hornish Jr. looking for his first win at Genie Motorsports. On his outside, Daniel Suarez. Could he get a 5th win? Driving the 19, he'll start 2nd. Eric Jones and Chris Buescher. Let's find a little bit more chase drivers. We have Josh Berry qualifying in 6th place. Great run by Matty Benedetto, Ross Chastain, and Ryan Truex, all up inside the top 10, along with Cale Conley. Ryan Truex, the chase driver. Brandon Jones, Ryan Reed. We have James Buescher, Ty Dillon, and we have two good cars coming from the rear of the field. The 22 of Tyler Reddick, and the 00 of Cole Custer was not able to put down a qualifying time. So Custer will start 38th, and Tyler Reddick will start 39th. Two good cars that will be making their way up to the front very, very quickly. Joey Gates rounded out the field of 40. We had a total of 44 entries. Spencer Boyd trying to make his debut, failed to qualify, along with Brandon Brown, Mike Harmon, and Morgan Shepherd. At the top of your screen, you should have already seen your starting grid. And the field makes their way out of turn 4. The 40 cars enter the front straightaway, being led by Sam Hornish Jr. They come down to the line to get us underway from Gateway. The Gateway 250 is underway. And racing down into turn 1, the 88 of Hornish clears the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Now on the inside comes the 11 of Eric Jones as Chris Buescher makes it 3 wide off turn 2. They head down the back straightaway already 3 wide. That's Ty Dillon on the inside of Cale Conley. Paul Menard on the inside of Chris Buescher to get the 3rd spot away. Here comes the 20, Matt Benedetto in the 20 car. His 2nd and final race for Joe Gibbs Racing of the year. Inside the top 10. They come off turn 4 to complete lap number 1 under green. And it's Sam Hornish Jr. leading a very hungry Eric Jones in the turn 1. Paul Menard up to 3rd. Had Chris Buescher 4th. And we had trouble to 4. Ross Chastain is around off turn 2. Into the inside wall goes to 4. Chastain, or does he keep it off the wall? I believe he did, but the caution will come out as Cole Custer, I believe, has been in the wall. Same with Derek Cope and Ross Chastain. So trouble early on for one of our chase contenders, Cole Custer. Or trouble happened in qualifying, but now more trouble as he is off the pace. Cole Custer is. So I'm guessing the double zero in the 70 had some contact and saw the 4 go around off turn 2 the lap after. And now for the lead, here comes the 11. Eric Jones on the inside, got a little bit loose in turn 3, and Hornets getting the run off the corner to lead. Yet another lap in the race. And look at Menard, look at Paul Menard's momentum, 3 wide in the turn 1. And Jones goes up the track a little bit in the middle. Here comes Paul Menard, 3 wide off turn number 2, down the back straight away, and Menard may get 2 for 1. And he's going to bring that 60 along with him, Chris Buescher. Hornets now falls all the way possibly down to 5th place after leading the lap prior, and new leader Paul Menard. Off the final corner, he'll be the leader on lap number 4 as Jones and Buescher remain side by side for 2nd place. And Jones at the track, here comes Hornets right on the right rear corner pit on lap number 11. They got to be very careful or they could very well end up turning the car in front of them if they get on that corner panel. And now the 2 teammates back here, Daniel Suarez, Matt DiBenedetto side by side with Ty Dillon charging now on the inside, Josh Berry, James Buescher, and how about Parker Kligerman right now running inside the top 10 for TriStar Motorsports. A great run by the 44 team of Parker Kligerman. Brendan Poole 11th. Darrell Wallace 12th, Ryan Truex, Brandon Jones, and Justin Marks, Ben Rhodes, Ryan Sieg, Kel Conley, Brendan Gaughan, and Jeremy Clements. The biggest mover is no doubt the 22 of Tyler Reddick, as is about to move all the way inside the top 20 for Tyler Reddick. The winner from last night's Truck Series race locked himself a spot in round 2 of the playoffs. It's been a great weekend so far for Tyler Reddick, and he would love to make it even more better with a top 5 finish or even a win in that 22 car for Team Penske. Here's the 23 of Spencer Gallagher making his 2nd career start. Gallagher, oh, we got trouble in the back to 17. Ryan Ellis goes around off the corner. He keeps it off the inside wall, and Ellis comes back onto the track. And he loses about 3 spots because of that. And now the top 5 are single file. Paul Menard leading Chris Buescher, Eric Jones, Sam Hornets Jr., Daniel Suarez, and now Ty Dillon in 6th place, trying to close in. Dillon qualified outside the top 10 in that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. So far, a good rebound by him. 7th place, Josh Berry and Matt DiBenedetto. Cole Custer moves by the 52 of Joey Gase. Now Custer, we're gonna go and pause the action right now to go and look at what happened to the double zero of Cole Custer. And it happens on lap 1. See, he's much faster than the drivers he's racing right now. And on the back of Josh Rayum, bounces off Tyler Reddick, comes back up the track into Joey Gase, and he goes around. And same with Derek Cope. So now we have a better insight on why Cole Custer is where he is right now in 38th place. So right now Custer, he's hoping for a caution. There's no doubt about that, but if there's no caution, he just wants to get as much points back as he can, because last night you saw William Byron get wrecked by Timothy Peters, and Byron is now over almost 30 points out of the point lead. Battle back here, James Buescher, the 1 on the inside of Josh Berry, Brendan Poole, Darrell Wallace, Ryan Truex, Kligerman down to 13th. And they remain nose to tail up here inside the top 4. Nobody's pulling away, but really nobody's able to get enough to run to make something happen, as Menard went up the track in turn 3. That opened up the door for Chris Buescher to possibly make a move on the inside. But they remain nose to tail as we're 17 to go. This time by, we're now under yellow. The 84 of Mason Mingus possibly involved in our caution. Cole Custer on the bumper of Josh Rayum. That's where his trouble started early in the race. And Rayum's in the inside wall. Josh Rayum goes round in front of the cars coming. Mason Mingus. Rayum gets it refired, but some pretty good contact on the nose of the 93 of Josh Rayum. and the 84 Mingus. I believe he was the driver who brought out the caution. And this is a great break for Cole Custer. Now this caution came out and happened right here off turn number 2. Mingus hits the wall, backs off, or gets in the wall, comes back down the track into Ray Black Jr. And look at Ray Hume and Custer swerving to miss the 2 cars off pace. Now right there, Mingus and Black Jr., that's what brought out the yellow. At this point the yellow is already out, they're racing back to the line. Cole Custer, remember, the reason why he's all the way down here in 37th place is because of getting into the 93 of Josh Hume, and he appears he did not learn his lesson once. He gets into him again, and this time it's much worse for the 93 of Josh Hume. Pretty good contact on the nose of the 93 and on the left side. And right now Hume is sitting on pit lane, and we'll see if he can continue in the Gateway 250, which is right now being led by Paul Menard, Chris Buescher, Eric Jones, Sam Hornish Jr., and Daniel Suarez. We are right now under the first yellow of the day here at Gateway. Next week, the NASCAR Spring Up Series and the NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series will be live from the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway next weekend, as their chase will continue with race number 2 of the playoffs, while the NASCAR XFINITY Series will also be racing from Kentucky. That is next weekend from the Kentucky Speedway, chase race number 2 for the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Now, the 93 of Josh Hume was on pit lane, but he is back on track, and there was a little gap between the 43 of Cale Conley and the 22 of Tyler Reddick. I thought the car between them may have had some sort of problem, but it doesn't appear that way. Let's give you a top 10 rundown before we go green. It's been Paul Menard leading ever since lap 4. He remains your leader, Chris Buescher, Eric Jones, Sam Hornish Jr., and Daniel Suarez. Ty Dillon, Matt Benedetto, James Buescher, Brennan Poole, and Josh Berry, your top 10, followed by Darrell Wallace, Ryan Truex, Parker Kligerman, Brandon Jones, and Justin Marks. And we have the 43 off pace. That is Cale Conley coming to pit lane as we're beginning the restart. Tough break for the 43 of Cale Conley. He was running 18th at the time. We're back on the way, and Menard doesn't really get going. Chris Buescher stays on his bumper getting into turn number 1. Good corner by the 60 of Chris Buescher stays on 33's back bumper. They come off turn number 2. They're side by side, Darrell Wallace and Josh Berry for the last spot inside the top 10, racing down into turn 3. Menard goes out the track. Buescher tries to stay on the inside line. You can tell the 33 might be fighting a tight issue, as Buescher all on the bumper, pretty much almost pushing him down the straightaway. Here comes the 60 for the lead. Down in turn 1, Menard out the track. Buescher on the inside. They're side by side, door to door. Off turn number 2. Chris Buescher fighting to stay in the chase by winning and advancing the round 2 of the playoffs. And Buescher completes the pass down here in turn 3. Menard tries to fight back on the outside. Not enough momentum to help the 33 off the corner. And new leader on lap 16 is Chris Buescher out in front of the field at Gateway. But Menard's not done dropping back yet. Here comes the 11 of Eric Jones on the inside. Another chase driver trying to get a win to advance to round 2 of the chase. Eric Jones. Sam Hornish Jr. now trying to get around that 33 of Paul Menard. Josh Berry, James Buescher, Darrell Wallace, Ryan Truex. 4 chase contenders trying to get a good run to stay in chase contention. So now Chris Buescher has a pretty good lead on the 11 of Eric Jones. The 43 of Cale Conley's back on track, 1 lap down in the 43. Let's see where our chase drivers are currently running. As you can tell, that caution was a big break for Cole Custer, as Jordan Anderson getting in the back of Tyler Young off the corner. They keep it together. They keep it clean and green. 14 of J.J. Yaley back here, but right now the lowest chase driver is Cole Custer, who has done a nice job getting himself inside the top 25 at this point. Now trying to get a spot inside the top 20, but right now Custer is 12th of the chase drivers. 11th is Ryan Reed. 10th is Brendan Gaughan, as Reddick Tyler Reddick all the way now up to 16th place. A great run by Tyler Reddick, but wants to get a little bit more and possibly get a top 10. Brandon Jones 9th of the Chase drivers. Ryan Truex is 8th. James Busher 7th. Josh Berry 6th. Darrell Wallace 5th. Dillon 4th. Suarez 3rd. Jones 2nd, and Busher right now is the highest Chase driver as we had a battle for the second, hitting it once again. Here comes Paul Menard back at the inside of Eric Jones. Chris Busher got his first career win at Mid-Ohio back in 2014. A year later, he would become a championship driver, a championship team, and after winning 2 races last year at Dover and Iowa, Busher would win the championship, his first ever Xfinity title. This year, he's here to defend his championship. And Busher has already won 3 times in 2016. Could he possibly get a 4th win, giving himself his 7th career win? But he has to hold off the Cup Series veteran of Paul Menard in that 33. Trying to close in. He's been the dominant car of the day, but didn't really get a good restart. Lost the lead to Busher. Now trying to regain his momentum, regain his patience, and try to make another run at that 60 as we are now 6 to go at Gateway. Eric Jones running third, a strong runner for that number 11 team, a run that he just really needs, just a nice, good, clean run if he's not able to win a race. If he's not able to win, as Custer now inside the top 20. Custer can still get it at least all the way up, probably at least around 15th place. Right up ahead of them is the 42 of Justin Marks, the 2 of Brandon Jones. Great run right now by Matty Benedetto, his second race with Joe Gibbs Racing. Runs full time for BK Racing, and there has been talk in the works about DiBenedetto running full-time in the NASCAR XFINITY Series next year for a Toyota team. Not necessarily Joe Gibbs Racing, but there is some rumors that he could be in this 20-car full-time next year. Kaisman Motors being announced as the driver that would be his sponsor full-time. So a lot of good things coming his way as a full-time ride. No word on where he will land in 2016 though. And Jones again completes the pass on the 33 as we're back on the yellow, and this will set us up for a green, white checker finish, and Mason Mingus once again is in the wall. So this will set us up for an overtime finish. It will be a 2-lap dash, and the 84 Mingus hard in the outside wall yet again with 4 to go. And he's going to get a little bit of help here too from the 26 of Jed Burton. Mingus is all in the back over Ray Black Jr. and gets run over by the 26 of Burton and hits the outside wall pretty good. Running 33rd at the time, Ryan Ellis sideways, possibly got into some debris led by the 84. And Mingus will be 38th as we will have a green, white checker finish. The top 39 cars will be able to participate in this GWC. Kel Conley won't be able to since he's lapped down, but Chris Busher, Eric Jones, Paul Menard, Sam Hornis Jr., and Daniel Suarez, Ty Dillon, Matty Benedetto, Brennan Poole, Darrell Wallace, and Josh Berry. That will be your top 10, and we'll be right back here with the green-white checker finish from Gateway. Welcome back to Gateway. We are getting ready here for the green-white checker finish. A 2-lap dash to complete the Gateway 250. In front of the field is the 60 of Chris Busher, trying to grab his 4th win of 2016 and punch his ticket in round number 2 of the playoffs, joining the 19 of Daniel Suarez. On his outside, another driver trying to advance to round 2, that's the number 11 of Eric Jones. On road 2 are a couple of guys who are not running for the championship. Paul Menard, a Cup driver. Sam Hornis Jr., a part-time Xfinity driver. Daniel Suarez and Ty Dillon runs out your top 6 and come off the final corner. 2 laps remaining at Gateway. Can Chris Busher hang on? Can Eric Jones have anything but that number of 60? 2 to go from Gateway. We're underway. Paul Menard spun his tires. That will allow the 80 to get on the inside of the 11. Getting into turn number 1. Here comes Sam Hornish Jr. Erie Jones up the track in turn 1. That's what Chris Buescher wants to see. Cars side by side for second place, but now Hornish has gotten away from the mess behind him. Menard now goes by for third place. Here comes Daniel Suarez. It's all between Chris Buescher and possibly Sam Hornish Jr. They come from the final corner down to the line. They're 3 wide behind him. That's Tyler Reddick on the inside. Brandon Jones in the middle. What a run by Tyler Reddick from 38th on the grid to now a run inside the top 10 for Tyler Reddick. A great run by that 22 car. And Hornish trying to close in. Kligerman sideways off the corner. Contact from Cole Custer. They remain 3 wide down here in the turn 3. But it's all Chris Buescher at the front. It'll be his 7th career win, his 4th win of the year. Off the final corner, Chris Buescher wins at Gateway. Sam Hornish Jr. second, Paul Menard comes on third, and the 2 Joe Gibbs Racing cars will run out your top 5, Daniel Suarez and Erie Jones. Ty Dillon, Darrell Wallace, Matt DiBenedetto, Tyler Reddick, and Brandon Jones grabbing top 10 finishes here tonight at Gateway. James Buescher 11th, Brendan Poole, Parker Kligerman, an awesome job by Cole Custer to rebound from an early spin. 14th, and Josh Berry, Ryan Truex, Justin Marks, Blake Cook, Ben Rhodes, and Michael Self, your top 20 finishers here tonight from Gateway. And we had a crash here on the last lap. The 93 of Josh Rayum, his car is completely destroyed. Same with Brendan Gaughan, one of our chase contenders involved. It's Brendan Gaughan. And he's right now being shown 33rd. Oh man, they wrecked coming across the line. Gaughan was running 20th, and he's going to get run over by Ryan Reed. Ross Chastain spins. Ryan Sieg's on top of Cole Witt. And hard hit by Josh Rayum into Brendan Gaughan. You see the 26 of Jeb Burton, and Gaughan, who was going to finish around 20th, ends up finishing further back in 33rd place. Jeremy Clements, 23rd across the line. Cole Witt, 29th. Jordan Anderson gets a top 25 finish. Derek Cope, 38th. Here's Josh Wise. So that will wrap out the weekend here from Gateway, and we will be heading to Kentucky and New Hampshire for the next weekend for the 2016 NASCAR mock season. Will be the Cup Series and the Truck Series will be live from New Hampshire, while this series, the NASCAR XFINITY Series, will head to Kentucky next weekend. Congrats to Chris Buescher on his 4th win of the year. On your screen, your results in your chase grid after chase race number 1. That is on your screen right now. And as all the cars will go behind the wall into the garage and get ready for the next race, we are going to see you next weekend at New Hampshire and Kentucky for the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Goodbye, everyone.